Yeah. So I'm gonna kick y'all out. Then I'm gonna add y'all back in. So I can do. I'm joking. Hello. YEG Gooner back again with another video. Um, Look, a lot happened today. I could talk about the ping pong football that was displayed. I could talk about the fact that Man United's manager Eric Tenhag has injured every single centre back he has, and he's left with Harry Maguire, the fridge. I could talk about the fact that Johnny Evans was on the pitch for how long? I don't know. We could talk about that, but bun that. The weekend's games are gonna be a little bit more juicier, real talk, yeah. Because let's be real, Starboy didn't play this game week. He didn't play throughout the week, so it was dead football. You get me? If Saka's not playing, there's no headlines. When Saka's not playing, he's still trending on Twitter. You get me? So we're gonna do team of the season. I'm joined with two of my homies. I got Joe in the middle over here. He's a Chelsea fan, so like he's gonna try and put some of these guys in. But like, lucky for him, there's like it's me. I'm very level headed. You guys know I'm level headed. And
You're not
then
level-headed.
at the bottom, we got KCW King Colin. I'm gonna put his channel in the description as well. He does like we do fantasy. He does fantasy videos. He actually did do football videos as well. The best reaction videos you're ever gonna get. Like mine don't add up. The best ones. Like you get me. So yo. So Joe, what are you saying?
I'm good. I'm good. How are you? How are you guys?
I'm good. I'm good.
Yo, why is my forehead shiny and that though?
Yo, but real talk,
like my face is like black right here, and then this is just shiny. Dang, that's
real talk, yeah.
Yeah.
What we're gonna do is that the rules for this is like the player had to have played 18 games.
Okay.
We're talking about this season and this season alone.
Okay.
You get
None of
me?
that. None of that. He has to get in because of what he did in the past. Type
Yeah,
thing.
no legacy stuff. Like
No
I'll
legacy.
give you a really, really good example.
Yeah.
KDB is not gonna be in his team, and he's not even gonna be discussed. Simple. Another thing is in terms of positions, right? If a position is dead, for example, the left back position has been dead inside the Premier League forever.
Yeah.
If a centre back can play left back, we can shoehorn that in. It's not a big deal. You get me? Yeah, this is FIFA. This is FIFA settings. You get me? In FIFA, at sometimes you don't have any good strikers. You're gonna put a left wing up front. You get me?
Yeah.
And then last but not least, in terms of the rules, we're gonna all pick players, and then we're gonna vote afterwards. So for each position, you pick your candidate, and then we vote afterwards. If two people pick the same player, Joe's gonna think that this is bad. But if two people pick the same player, then we obviously have to put that player right in. But it depends. If it's like, just to be fair, if it's an Arsenal player, like we have to be a little bit objective. You get me? Just because there's two Arsenal fans here, right?
This is
If
very
it's an Arsenal
Liverpool
player,
fan, man.
bro, Mandem's not here. You get me? So like, if he's not here right away, then like we're not gonna do nothing. You get me? Like it is what it is.
This is very true.
Like you can only justify and you can only fight for them players, right? That are not there. You get me? So we'll see if he comes true. We won't waste any time. What we're gonna do? We'll do like young player of the year first.
Okay.
Because for me, yeah. There are a couple of candidates for me. Me personally, how old is Saliba? How old is Saliba? Colin, you go first with your young player of the year. Who do you think young player of the year is?
That's under 20. Is it under 21 or under 23?
Under 22. And you can actually no, yeah, it's under 23 actually. And I believe that you could be 23 in the season, but then turn 24.
Yeah, because if it's that, then I think Saliba's kind of having a better year than Saka. So I'm going to give it to Saliba, I think. Because he's 23 right now. And Honestly, this year in the Prem, I don't really think much youngsters are really having that much of an outstanding performance. People argue Cole Palmer, but it's like I don't even want to get into Cole Palmer, but I think if
we
you're
got
gonna
time for it. Let's
compare
do
Cole
it.
Palmer, if you're gonna compare Cole Palmer to Saliba, it's just like Arsenal's fighting for a league title, mate. You lot are fighting for relegation, pretty much. Because if you're not fighting for Europe, you're fighting to stay inside the Prem.
We're not in regulations battle anymore. We've clinched our spot, which is thankfully. But the thing is, if we're talking about young player, right? That's an individual award. It's not a team-based award. The man Cole Palmer is 2 goals behind Aaron Holland for Premier League goals after today. So
Well, let's give some let's give some context. Sorry to cut you off, mate.
Cole Palmer's
some
got 13 goals.
Let's give no, he's got 16. Let's give some context to that. Cole Palmer has 16, Erling Holland has 18, Salah also has 16, Saka has 13, right? So the difference isn't too much. They have the same amount of assists, both sitting at 8, right? Yeah, so Joe, continue to land that. I just had to add the context.
Thank you. But yeah, so it's young player. We're basing it off of the individual's season, right? Not just off of the whole team. The man has been in the headlines, been one of the better players. We can't deny that. Coming from the City Academy and then playing the full season, he's our brightest spot. The same way when you look at Arsenal's, the Liverpool's, all those ones, you can name that one specific player that's going to be always at the heart of attack. That's Cole Palmer. He's been that for us this entire season. That's why I think Young Player of the Year makes sense for him.
Okay, so if you're going like Cole Palmer scored 16 goals, even though my app says 13, maybe it hasn't updated. He scored 16 goals, but Arsenal's conceded the least amount of goals this year due to Saliba being inside the back four, and another year we have outperformed again because this backed what mainstream media is trying to say. No one put Arsenal in a position to be fighting again for a league title. No one did. Let's be real. So Saliba's having one of the best Arsenal defensive records, like I'm not going to say history, but when have you seen an Arsenal side be this strong defensively?
George Graham days.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like this is where like all the stats come into play. Where in football nowadays we give more credit to attacking players because it's like, oh, he scored X amount of goals. But at the same time, Saliba's individual performances are impacting the team in a greater scale because we're fighting for a league title. Whereas Cole Palmer's goals and assists, they're not impacting Chelsea to be competitive in league standing.
I don't agree with that.
Can you wait? Sorry, but okay, I know this is recent. This might be recency bias, but correct me if I'm wrong. It like that game versus Manchester, like we can say it's a fluke. One of them's a deflected goal. To me, a goal's a goal. Two of them were penalties. Look, 8 penalties out of 16 is 50%. But at the end of the day, to me, a goal's a goal.
Yeah.
You get me? Like you can caveat it a little bit, but a goal's a goal. You have to be good enough to step up. You have to have the composure to do so. He did that versus Man United. That's a bit of pressure. He did like Burnley was like that. Burnley was like but he performed that game.
Yeah.
He like in terms of their team, Cole Palmer, in my personal opinion, is the only like Sterling. I'll get into Sterling a little bit, but like we're talking about young players. He's only young player in that team. Like, how do I explain it? Like, you know when you play King of the Hill and you beat up all your age mates and you step on that and you're like, yeah, that is me. Yeah. Like him and Gusto.
I disagree. I did because
you think so?
Want to know why? Like, and this is what I'm saying. Like, a lot of people just talk about football. They don't understand. Most of the players that Chelsea bought, they played overseas. Mudryk didn't play in the Prem. Diassi didn't play in half the team didn't play in the Prem. The only people that played in the Prem was Caicedo, Sterling,
Cucurella.
Yeah. Those guys were seasoned in the Prem.
Got a dog.
A majority of the young players they bought came from the French league or let's say Portuguese league.
or a championship too.
Yeah.
Portuguese league.
So to now say that because Cole Palmer is showing his potential now, that the other youngsters are not as good or not good, it's unfair because Cole Palmer was playing. He was playing for City, man. Like, let's be real. He was on City, so he was never a joke. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, this guy was always been legit. So for him to go from City to Chelsea, what you already know the English game because you're brought up in the English game. The only thing now is for either for you to understand the manager's tactics because you already understand the English game.
There's no tactics there, but continue.
Whereas the other youngsters, like look at Mudryk today. To me he played really good.
He's good. He's developing. Like for me with Mudryk, I'm not too hard on him just knowing the facts and everything like that. I know there's going to be a time frame for him to learn. He's still our. If we're comparing him versus him and Sterling, he's done a little bit more. There's a little bit more of
I need Sterling to come to Arsenal. You man disrespect Sterling too much.
You know if Sterling came to Arsenal, you know how we are with PR. We'll give him some TLC. Like, he's never been given any love at any club. Arsenal will give him love.
Okay,
Sterling, I know you're not watching this, but if you find this, we want you, baby. We want you.
When he starts skying shots and not passing it to open players, then you'll understand why.
That's his game, bro.
Did you see what he did to Kyle Walker? No, let's not get off topic. Yeah. But look, I've given you guys your time. To discuss like who you think young player of the year is. And like I'll be honest, like I think young player of the year is Phil Foden. I honestly think young player of the year is Phil Foden. And what I really like is that like the Saliba discussion came through because not a lot of people like talk about it. But he's up there, you get me? He really is up there. But for me, he is learning off of, in my opinion, are two like not like best leaders, but our two most like vocal / show it all with passion leaders with Gabriel and Declan Rice. Like, I feel like adding Rice at that in the front of that defensive line, and then Gabriel maturing even more. It's like Saliba shines. In my opinion, Gabriel's like better. I'm not trying to say that like he doesn't deserve it because of that, but KDB's been out the whole season, and like I know there's a lot of Saka, Foden, Palmer debates. I'm not here to say who's better with this, but I think that when KDB's been removed from that team, he stepped up, and I still believe he actually is eligible. If he's not eligible, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'd actually put my vote to Phil Foden.
I mean, I understand why you give that vote. I do. But if you want to talk about best young player, yeah, and this is why it's so hard to have this conversation. Because last year, Saliba goes down, Arsenal's campaign's done, right? This year, Saliba's still up and running. We give thanks to the Almighty God. And now we're still contending. You get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Phil Foden goes down tomorrow, Man City's still going to contend. You get what I'm trying to say?
Do you think so, though?
And this is why I put Cole Palmer ahead of Phil Foden for best player of the year. Because you take Cole Palmer out of Chelsea, today they're not winning today, man. But
the refs helped them too, you know.
No, we're not talking about that. But we're just saying like what Cole Palmer was doing all around on the pitch. You can tell that you remove this guy off of this Chelsea team, there's going to be a void. With Phil Foden, he's having a great season. Don't get me wrong. But and that's what I'm saying, this conversation is so unfair because you're talking about having an impact in a young best player award. And it's almost like we're talking about best player of the season. You guys trying to say it when we're not.
Yeah, that's true, you know. Like, it is actually true because these young players have stepped up to the point where like they're actually breakout stars.
Yeah.
And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna change my vote, and I'm gonna change it to the person that I think is not in the conversation of player of the season. And like it's just because it just happens to be the way like football is that like he's not gonna be in a conversation. Like, let's be real. Like that's how football is. The
So
only
you got
person that gets that, the only person that gets that love is yo, what the hell? I searched the wrong thing.
are you looking for Saka or Saliba?
No, I was doing the squad name.
Yeah, man, that's what I'm saying. These awards are weird because even Saka, yeah, it's like he's not having the best season because apparently he's been nursing an injury.
Yeah.
But if you quote unquote look at his stats, they're not far off of Foden and Cole Palmer. They're basically all identical. You know what I
We're
mean?
gonna do manager now, huh?
So with that award, I don't care who about the under 21, man.
Yeah. We're gonna do manager of the year. Yo, I want to be real. When I get into this year, I'm like, if someone else gets manager of the year,
I don't want to hear
I
Klopp.
don't care because the way these things are voted, I'm gonna be real. My candidate is not gonna get it based on the way these things are voted.
Who's
Joe's
yours?
smiling because he knows what I'm gonna say.
Arteta?
He already knows what I'm gonna say. But the way these things are done, he's not gonna get it because he's hated by the whole of the UK. Let's be real. Let's be real, yeah. Like my club, we get mentioned when we don't play. Aston Villa versus City, we're not involved in that. But people were telling me when Aston Villa 1-0 up, Arsenal should have done that. They could have done that. Lo and behold, these guys lost 4-1. So you're telling you think that you go to the Etihad and do that and survive? People are telling me this guy doesn't know how to play ball. He's only got one setting. This man went to go play what's his face? Went to go play Bruce Ball. You played Bruce Ball at City and he got something, you get me? People are saying that this man, yo, 1 second. Oh,
Don't call me. Continue,
no comment.
Continue.
Yo, well go on, Daniel. What's good, my guy?
That's so bad.
What's good? Yo, I was doing like I was prolonging all my intros for every player. I was like for everything I was saying, just wait for you to come through because I didn't want to start on the team without you. Because I know how you are in it.
I respect
And then the voting is a little bit unfair if I do say so myself. But we're doing manager of the year right now, and in my personal opinion, the manager of the year for me is Mikel Arteta. In my opinion, he showed. If you look at the squads between Liverpool, City, Arsenal, you look at the squad I'm being so objective here. If you look at Aston Villa's squad and the depth they have, and the amount of players they can rotate, you could argue, barring a couple of players, I know our players are better, right? But you could argue Aston Villa and Arsenal squad are on similar levels, but we're able to be in the running for the title, and Unai Emery can't get it done. You get me, right? And they're inside a lesser competition in Europe as well, right? So for me, Arteta's the best. He's shown the most diverse amount of play styles. The other two managers up top, they only play one way. They don't play any different way. And he's been successful in both of those. And he's taken the most points out of the top 6 out of any other managers. And out of the two managers that people hold to be the greatest in the game, Klopp and Pep, he beat them both. They haven't beat him in the league. I give the floor to Colin.
This is for me. I didn't really want to vote on this because I feel like the manager of the year is the one that wins the Prem. Simply put. So if I'm picking Pep, it's because I'm saying Man City's winning the league. If I'm picking Klopp, I'm saying Liverpool's winning the league. Just based off the fact that this year, like, I think it's just going to come down to tactics and getting it right in the big games. Like, and so far, like, if we're just talking based off of numbers and this without the biases, right? So in terms of the big three, like the top three right now, who has gained the most points, who has been most successful in the duelings, Liverpool's been the least successful because against top sides they just haven't gotten the results that they should have gotten. Right, rest or no rest, they haven't gotten the results. Man City have been more successful against the better teams this year, and Arsenal have been doing their thing. But the thing is, like, I don't want to vote Mikel Arteta because it's like, if you're not going to win the league and you're going to go on and do all of that and not win anything, you don't deserve it. You know what I mean? So that's why for me, I don't really want to vote because I can't sit here and not say Mikel Arteta.
But what you could do, you could vote for someone else. Like what you can vote for Gary O'Neill.
I'm gonna vote for the shit in the manager.
Ain't Koskakaglu?
Yeah.
Mate. Okay, you know what? That's your vote, innit? Daniel, Daniel, that's your vote. You get me, Daniel. Who's manager this season? Should I just skip you?
I actually wanted to hear what Joel had to say first before I say what I want to say. I'm not gonna waffle on it, I promise.
Okay. Joe.
My pick is outside the box. It's Emery, just because of
Oh, piss off, man! Piss off!
The man has got this Aston Villa up to top 4, which rightfully is an impressive feat all on its own. They're going to be in Champions League next year. He's done something that hasn't been done with them. You got to give that man his respect, his due.
Yeah, I can respect your opinion.
Why don't you
I
guys
can't
respect Arsenal then? When we drew at City and parked the bus like league champions, why didn't you respect us?
Yeah, you gotta be real. That Aston Villa, they've been naive in a lot of games, and that has to do with Unai Emery's setup versus Spurs. That was a biggest capitulation in like a matter of seconds. Like you see, they let in all of those goals, and John McGinn got sent off. Like in a matter of just minutes.
Yeah.
Right when they went versus Man United, they got slapped versus Man United. Like, come on, like Ten Hag outsmarted you. Like Unai Emery's a bottle job. I know this firsthand because I used to sing his name, but he's a bottle job. But I respect your opinion. You get me? You're entitled to your opinion. You like bottle job managers, anyways. You get me?
There's a difference between a ball job manager and a ball job club. One you can fire and one can get is in the.
How much leagues do Chelsea have? You guys have 6. We have more than double leagues you have. You guys don't win at Wembley. Wembley is our home ground. If you guys are going like, you know what? No. We'll leave this one up. Daniel. Who you voting for?
You see how I'm waiting? I'm not saying anything. I'm sitting back. Okay. Bias aside, all bias aside, manager of the season this year would have to be Postecoglou, whoever Spurs coach is. No. Listen. Like before you say anything, right? You gotta understand. Spurs has never been in a top 4 race in how like they haven't been contenders for Champions League football in how long? I want you to look at them right now. Go look at the table, please.
They were in Champions League like 2 seasons ago, mate.
Okay.
The last time they were in the title race was when.
No, they're not in the title race. No, I'm not saying title. This is just UCL. This is just UCL.
Okay.
But they were in UCL like last year.
I don't think they were in UCL last year. It was Villa, was it not? No, it was it West Ham.
They were in the Champions League last year.
They were.
They were?
Yeah, they
got with Conte. And they were trash.
Did they get bounced out in the group stages or the round of 16? If I'm sure.
Round of 16 to was it Dortmund or AC Milan?
It wasn't. It might have been AC. If I'm thinking.
Yeah. To be honest, I don't watch Spurs games when they're in the Champions League.
You actually need to watch Spurs games, but they're really entertaining to watch.
No. In the league, I watch Spurs games in the Champions League.
Okay, UCL. That's fair.
I didn't watch with content.
But it's like obviously, they also hold the power to decide whoever wins the Prem this year.
They don't.
They really do. Let's be honest. The last 3 games they have.
Daniel. Let's be real. Be real. Like, but us, City, and Liverpool us and City and you lot, we hold our own destinies. No one else holds our destinies. It's us that hold our
I'm just
destinies.
saying bias aside, and this like if you're looking at statistical aspect, like you got to look. The last game each of our clubs play is against Spurs. So let's say all of our clubs go on to win every single game. Those last 3 games, they decide who wins the Premier League, basically. Let's be honest.
No, we do.
You don't believe
We
that?
do. I know. No, I don't believe that at all.
That's
But
wild.
I'm changing my
Ainge
vote.
has got
I'm
in.
changing my
We're
vote.
moving on to right back.
I'm changing my vote. I'm picking Arteta because
It's locked in, man. It's locked in. It's locked in.
I'm picking Arteta, mate. Because I'm not.
It's
We
locked
knew.
in. It's locked in.
We all knew
Ainge
that.
is in there. Okay, right back. I'll be honest with
Ben
you.
White is next. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be honest.
I dare you. I dare you to say Trent's name. Say it.
This is
How
so
can I say Trent? He's been
underwhelming.
injured
Say
the
his
entire
name.
season.
Say his name.
Look at him.
This is
He's not a
actually
baby.
so. This position at the moment is like there's
Put him there.
no competition in my opinion. There's like 5 good right backs in the league, and that's about it,
Put him
right?
there right now.
So,
Centre
Joe,
back.
I'm gonna give you the floor. I'll
Okay.
give you the floor first.
There's nothing to talk about. Put Ben White there.
It's not Ben White. It's not Ben White.
I know
Who
who
is
he's
it
gonna
then?
pick. That's why I want
Don't
Joe
even
to say
if
it.
you say Kyle Walker, mate.
I'm not
He's
saying
not
Kyle.
saying Kyle Walker. I know who he's saying.
Don't
I
say
hate
Trent.
it. It's all bias aside. It's Trent.
No, it's bruv.
Oh,
Trent.
I thought you were picking. I thought
No,
you were
Gusto?
gonna pick Gusto.
I do want to say Gusto, but he also has
What?
tendency.
No, bruv. You
I
want
was
to
gonna say Gusto. Hold on.
You
I was
might
gonna
have
say Gusto.
conceded 50 goals, man.
Hold on. I was
Wait,
gonna say
Trent has been injured most of the season.
He qualifies because Trent has played 21 matches,
Oh, okay.
and it's about him individually. You get me? So his performances, right?
as much as I wanted to say Gusto at times has lapses on defense. He's not the full lapse like a right back. Trent gets away with it because of his offensive ability. As much as I love Gusto, it's bitten us in the ass because there's times where he's just been very late, way too laid back, and we've conceded goals and everything like that. Liverpool kind of plays where they can counteract that. We can't. So I have to concede and say it's Trent for the season.
But do you think that like I actually like? Cause I already know who Daniel's gonna pick. You're gonna get your say. But one thing I would say is that like this whole Trent's not that good
Man, not on,
defensively. What we need to realize is that this guy like he started real young, and defensive players it takes them like till 26, 27 for them to fully like, especially if they're not like generational defensive players like Ashley Cole. It takes them a while for them to like get it. But yeah, Colin, give your Ben White prop.
What you man are getting twisted, yeah, is this. I'm not dissing Trent. I actually love Trent. I think he's a really, really good player. But the thing with Trent is like this. He's a midfielder, which means that he's not a natural defender. That's what everyone's getting wrong. He's not a natural defender. So when you look at players like Cuadrado that plays for Juventus, he was a winger, lost some pace, and went back into the right back or left back position. You know what I mean? It's because he lost pace, and it's like, okay, to prolong his career, he just went back. Trent is a natural midfielder, right? And he's just not good enough to be in the mid for whatever reason. Or he is good enough. Or Liverpool don't have another right back. But if you're going to discredit Ben White, who has went from a centre-back, a natural defending position, who has now learned how to play another defending position in the right back, and Ben White actually defends, like you actually see him one-on-one defend. Trent is basically playing midfield when he plays for Liverpool. If you actually watch Liverpool's matches, he's basically playing midfield. It's just that he's playing right back. And if you watch it, a lot of the times the defender that's on his side is actually covering for him, or they'll put a CDM to cover on the wing. So it's like you're going to give Trent, who's basically not even playing right back, and this is the argument Gary Neville and all those guys were doing with Zinchenko. Like, you're not even a left back. You're basically a mid. You're ruining our position. He's not a right back. Trent is not a right back, and he's not. He's not. Because if you can't defend 1-on-1, what's the purpose of you then?
Yeah, he's not balanced. I did say like in my opinion, his defensive work has improved, but he's not balanced defensively. Daniel, who are you saying?
Can I actually just not vote on this one? Just because it's like initially people in this call thought I was gonna vote Trent. I wasn't gonna vote Trent actually. I was actually gonna vote Kyle Walker.
That's a fair one.
But obviously, like just because of Trent has been out for a lot of games this season, and Kyle Walker
He's played 21 matches though. Wait, give me a second. Let me differentiate whether it's Yeah, it says Premier League 21.
Really?
He's played 21.
Yeah,
because he hasn't played since like what, January? Like there's no way it's been 21 games.
He didn't miss anything in the first half of the season, did he? Like from August to like December?
No, he didn't have anything then. No, he did get injured like before December hit, actually.
Yeah, it says this Premier League 21. He's played 21 matches. It's just he's been out. So he's played and he's been out for a minute. And I think what happened, he was okay at the beginning of the season. He kind of had a this is what happened.
Man had a mental breakdown at the beginning of the season as well. Like what?
That's what I'm trying to say. Like, but the difference between the two is that Ben White was injured. And he's been injured, and he's carried injury, and then like the Dubai thing, everyone's like, "Oh yeah, no." Ben White was like not that great beginning, 5 games, then he was like really good, and like when you don't notice a performance, but he's good, and then after Dubai, how he's rested, he's just been out of this world. Y'all gonna hate this, but like unfortunately, this is
Kyle Walker.
Yeah. No, not Kyle Walker. Kyle Walker has been getting cooked. Let's give him the nice card because the other one he has too much of a tan. Goalkeeper. I completely forgot about goalkeeper. I'm just gonna say my vote right away because I want y'all to discuss.
De Gea.
Who?
I'm voting for Alisson.
Huh? No.
Yeah, I'm not gonna discuss it. There's no need. Daniel's gonna give the details on why I'm voting Alisson. I'm voting Alisson, and it has actually, you know what? Let me do it. If in my opinion, Van Dijk has been either the second or third best defender this whole season. In my opinion, Liverpool give away too much shots. In the first half of the season, they had one of the best defenses. Why? Alisson. It's not about the goals he let in. It's about his save rate. He's just ridiculous. He's actually ridiculous. Like he was actually saving them in some games as well. Like if you think about the Tottenham game as well, where these guys got robbed and cheated. This guy is too good. Like for me, the only other keeper in conversation should be Raya because Vicario he's a FIFA goalkeeper. He does those saves that like you save and then you see the replay. That's what Vicario does, bro. Nah, Vicario's not in this, but the reason why I would put Alisson over David Raya, not because I don't think his performances have been good towards this like the mid to second half of the season, is because we are so dominant. He doesn't do anything. Like when he does make a save, he makes a save. When goals go in, it's a mistake. But he doesn't have much to do, if that makes sense. Yo, Joe, floor's on you.
I'm also going with Alisson. Like that's my choice for the keeper of the year.
Can we let's make this one quick. Daniel, you're going Alisson, right?
Yeah, go ahead, sir.
I'm gonna go Alisson too. Because
let me just say, I haven't forgot about you and Van Dijk who had one mistake that cost us that game. Rubbish.
I'm gonna go Alisson too, because Liverpool have the second best defensive record.
Yeah. Okay, and what we're gonna do with the centre backs is because it is like I don't think it's gonna be that polarizing. But there's 4 of us here. So we're gonna get both of them right away. If you get what I'm trying to say, and if we don't get both of them right away, then we'll figure it out. But my vote is going to Gabriel.
Yep.
Yeah.
We can all agree on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, my vote's going to Gabriel. I honestly believe out of the two center backs that we have, oh, Saliba, like, this is the thing with center back pairings, where I think with some teams, not all teams, we're going back to like the early 2000s, the 2010s, where you had two identities. One of them was the one that had the pace, the Rolls Royce. He's a jack of all trades. And you had the one that did all of the dirty work. And people like he was the one that was most exposed to the tackles, most exposed to getting cooked by dribblers and stuff like that. And I believe that's what Gabriel does, but he does it so well. Like I can't remember him getting cooked by a single actually getting cooked by a single defender. And he used to be like people used to call him a bozo, which last season was unjustified because he wasn't a bozo last season. But he used to get dumb red cards and yellow cards. How much yellow cards has this guy even got this season? Like, real talk. But this guy's just a straight bully. When we were leaving Manchester, he actually got stopped by customs because Erling Haaland was in his pocket, and they said you can't contraband this human being over. And he was like, "Yeah, it's calm, it's calm. Manchester, you can have your guy back. You get me." But yeah, for me, it's Gabriel. I'm gonna go to Daniel first this time.
Okay, I can agree on Gabriel for one of the center backs. For me, number two. People thinking it's gonna be Virgil. I'm actually gonna go Konate because no. Because for those of us that have watched the games before Konate got injured, bro, Konate contributed to most of like our clean sheets that we've had in games. Konate, whenever an attacker got into the box, this man would somehow manage to get the cleanest ball. I'm talking cleanest ball. Like it was versus was it first game versus United? I think it was first game versus United because we haven't had our second game yet.
He did one versus us as well. I think it's one that led to the error to the goal.
Was it Konate?
I'm pretty sure it was Konate that did the long ball.
No, I'm pretty sure that was Kelleher.
Kelleher wasn't playing versus us.
Yes, he was.
No, it was Allison.
Are you talking about FA or are you talking about Prem?
Prem. The error leading to the goal.
Oh yeah,
so
that
when
was,
for the own goal.
Was that Konate?
Yeah, it was.
Seriously?
That game's one of my highlights of the year. So I remember lots of moments from it.
Of course you do. But no, I'm just going like defensive accolades. Sure, Virgil hasn't been dribbled past this season. Who cares? Blah, 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 blah. He's been great. He's been an iron wall. Honestly, my vote would go to him over Gabriel, but just because I want to keep the peace, I'll say Gabriel.
Don't keep no peace, man. You don't have to keep any peace here, bro.
We're
all men. We can back ourselves with our opinions and not get butt hurt. You know,
no,
even though some teams here have barely any trophies, they just have a couple in the last decade. But we won't speak about that, Joe. Colin.
I mean, where were y'all in the last decade or so?
Damn.
I thought we were talking about like the pairing. So
For me,
like,
we're doing pairing.
We all agreed that
Gabriel and VVD.
Yeah,
no, Gabriel VVD for me.
Yeah, I was gonna say Virgil next to Gabriel.
Yeah, that we could do that. That one I completely agree with.
If we all agree with Gabriel, then I was just gonna say for the next spot Virgil.
Yeah, I agree.
Even though I don't understand his matrix defending at times, like he's doing that.
It works.
I feel like it's not so much that like I feel like football now is all about stats. But if you actually watch Liverpool play, man, those long balls that Virgil does, like I think Gabriel did it in a Champions League game where we dismantled, I think, Sevilla, but there's no other Premier League defender that has that passing ability range. Aside from actually defending, Van Dijk's long balls are disgusting. I hate it, man.
And headers.
Yeah, I hate it.
No, Yo, I'll be real. I was like obviously he had his whole ACL thing with Pickford. I'll be real. I was the one of those people that used to think that like VVD was the axe spray guy that like he axe and then the aura of the axe spray he thought it would divert the attackers away. But like when you pay attention to what he does offensively as well with link up play as well, yes he does have like one of those moments where he's doing matrix, but like overall he's I think he makes Konate look good.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
like you know how I
yeah.
was saying that Gabriel gets stuck in and like he allows Saliba to do what he does. It's the
Mhm.
opposite. VVD is the Rolls Royce, and he makes Konate the stuck in defender look very very good.
But
Left back, if we go for left back is so dead. It's actually so dead. There's only one person, in my opinion, that gets into left back, right?
Okay.
And yeah, bro, like real talk, man. Um, gotta talk about this Tottenham fried chicken player,
Yeah.
Udoji.
Udogi, my boy
Udoji.
Destiny, man. My
Yeah,
boy
I think he's the only left back you can say is actually he's levels
By
this season.
default. Yeah.
Colin,
I can't disagree. Robertson has been injured lots this year, and then Zinchenko's rubbish. It's the truth. And then Jerry Timber didn't get to play at all this year, so I can't disagree. Yeah.
yeah, he's like real talk. I would have liked him at Arsenal. I would have really liked him at Arsenal. I
We
don't
just-
think he's one of those players where you know how Real Madrid and Spurs have like this weird affiliation together.
Yeah.
He's giving me Real Madrid after another year vibes. Real talk. If they don't get Davies, he's giving me those vibes. I'll be really honest with you because they have a like Real Madrid and Spurs have a real they have affiliation
That's true.
where Spurs are their feeder club.
Well, I mean, with Madrid,
Okay.
they're no longer Los Blancos anymore. They're Los Negros, if we're being honest.
Yeah. It's facts though. You know what's weird, yeah? Correct me if I'm wrong. They only give like the racism to the darkies.
Yeah.
They only give it to the darkies, bro. And like it sucks for Vinicius. He's got all of the beautiful black traits, man. He's got them juicy lips. He's got that nice nose, bro. And real talk, his skin shines, man. The ebony
Facts.
looks good on Vinicius. But we're moving on to the midfield. With this, I don't like for me personally, I don't care if you're a DM, I don't care if you're a 10, I don't care if you're 8. Just you're there, you get me.
Mhm.
I'm gonna pick the first player, and like my daughter can only say a couple of phrases together.
Oh, brother.
She can only say a couple of phrases together. One of them is "I beat you." Another one is rice.
I
Baby. Yo,
Oh,
real
brother.
let's like. Do we even have to discuss this? Like, do we have to discuss this? I feel like some of the players we don't need to discuss. Like, he's just in there, right?
I mean,
There's two players for me.
Yo, you
For
see
me,
how it
yeah.
gets so silent when you talk about Arsenal players?
For me, yeah. There's two players that are just in there.
Okay.
Rice
The
and
last
McAllister.
one,
Let's
oh,
use the head. Who?
McAllister. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I was like,
Uh,
as long as we're using our heads here, Alexis is number 2.
What about Rodri from
that's
City?
what I was gonna say. I was gonna say Rodri
Bro,
and Rice are
I
just
don't like
stuck in there.
bro.
Bro,
I'm not-
Rodri's bro.
As
Real
much as I
talk.
don't like the guy, he consistently is there. It's
You know your one lad that has the best hairline,
yeah.
but he can shave his head and still look good.
You mean he
That's
can do the
Rodri,
buzz, he
bro.
can do a fade.
Yeah, bro. This guy can
Yeah,
wear
waves.
dogs. He can wear a suit. Like, bro, because you asked me, yeah.
He's still overrated, but yeah.
I don't think he's overrated. I think he
I
runs
do.
that midfield. He makes Phil Foden's job so easy, bro. He makes Phil Foden's
Yeah.
job so easy. The only thing I would say is that he should get a lot more yellow cards.
Facts.
Yeah, but
That's what I'm saying. He's overrated.
he
Because,
mastered the dark arts. He mastered
no,
it.
but okay, what's it? These men were crying at Arsenal that, oh, why didn't we should have got a lot more yellows? If we're gonna be real, if you watch Rodri play, and we know everyone knows Rodri's mentor was Fernandinho, and that man was not playing football. He was not playing football. Like, Rodri is great. Don't get me wrong, right? But like, if we're gonna talk about because if you add Rodri, you're taking out Odegaard.
I wouldn't put Odegaard in this, to be honest.
Odegaard's not making this list, bro.
I love, and you know how much
He's
I
not
love
making this
Odegaard.
list.
Yeah, I think
Odegaard's not touching this list.
I think Mac 10's been better than Odegaard.
I'm not saying that's what I'm saying. Mac 10 has been that guy, right? But if you're looking at Mac 10's thing this season, he could, like, I don't know, man. I love Rodri, but it's just like if you're not playing in Odegaard, that's kind of hard.
No, like I said, we don't have to, like, because like people, if
So
you
put
ask
Odegaard
me,
right wing then.
Yeah,
that's
brother.
not possible.
Brother,
That's
we
not.
don't-
There's one position on this team.
Can't
Actually,
be
there was
touched.
actually two, but there's one position that like no one's getting there. There's
Like,
only
be
one
so
man
for
that
real.
gets there.
Let's put him
Be
left
so
wing.
for left wing. Be so for real, call it.
No,
Be so
no.
for real.
Colin.
No, because if your argument, like, this is the argument people are gonna say. Without Rodri, Man City are not contending for the title. Without Odegaard, is Arsenal contending for the title?
But no, it's for me, it's eye test as well. When I watch what this man does, like, this is why Benny Blanco gets in as well. Because people don't know Benny Blanco has 5-star skill moves. Rodri has 5-star skill move,
No, he doesn't.
low look pass trait, one touch pass trait. He has fridge rotation trait as well. You know when you're like a fridge, you have no pace, but you be ducking them mans, bro. The way he drops the shoulder and Rodri is cold. Like, I hate City,
man.
but Rodri is cold.
Right. He's
And
all right.
he's got
Because when he
he's got
puts
the
on that
touch
Spanish, when he puts on that Spain kit, you don't even know if it's Rodri or you don't even know if it's Ferran Torres, bro.
We're going Prem here,
Bro, let me tell you something. We don't care.
Yes.
We don't care. We're talking about the best league in the world, the Premier League.
Wait.
Joe, do you have anything different to say?
No, but I'd say with Rodri, he also got those clutch chains out of nowhere. 90th minute, the City needs a goal. That man's right there.
Facts.
All right, so take out Mac 10 and put in Odegaard.
No. This guy's lost his marbles, man.
All right, take out Rice and put Odegaard for real.
Do with that what you want. That's
You see what I mean? You see what I did? Do with that what you want.
Do with that what you want, but there's no way, right? There's no way. There's no way Odegaard is breaking into this top 3. I'm gonna be so like, in my opinion, Odegaard doesn't break into this top 3.
No.
I can't lie. Yeah.
I agree with you guys.
Odegaard doesn't get in. He doesn't get in. If you ask me, there's even one midfielder that gets in ahead of Odegaard as well after we even, like, yeah.
Who?
Huh?
Who?
Foden.
Yeah.
I would say I'd put Foden ahead of Odegaard on this. Like, if I'm being it doesn't mean that Odegaard hasn't been really clinical in us. Like, because what Odegaard does is not GNA. If that makes sense. He literally runs our offense. He runs, like, the way we move the ball. He dictates everything for us. And a lot of people are not going to see that. But Odegaard is our Rodri.
No, you
So
got
then
to put Rodri in the center. Put Rodri in the
You want to have
center.
like a 10 then in this state then, if you want it in that 3. Do you want like a designated just a 10 position then?
Put Rodri in the center, man.
Because we're in the middle.
Yeah.
No, put Mac at the 10.
Mac at
What,
the 10.
Mac 10?
No, that's not
No.
a 10. Put Rodri in the middle because that's the one sitting back, no?
Yeah.
Rodri
No,
plays
like,
EPM.
and bro,
It just-
like, if you ask me, like we're not doing a fluid team, but like, if we're talking objectively, in my personal opinion, I think all of these guys can play box to box.
Not Rodri.
Yeah.
I think all of them could just play box to box. If this was a real team, they just flow. But like, obviously, Rodri would be the Busquets, and then McAllister would be Xavi, and Rice is not quite Iniesta, but we'll say Yaya.
That's right.
Like I'll be real. I don't think this is much of a discussion.
We know who it is.
Mo Salah.
My
Mo
Egyptian
Salah.
prince.
Mo Salah.
Even though he hasn't been informed this week, he hasn't been informed the past couple weeks, but he's fasting. Eat it soon. Eat it soon.
He's coming off injury too, you know.
That's
He's
true.
come off
No,
injury too.
First game off injury, he got a goal and
No,
assist.
that was fake.
Let's be real. First game off
It was
injury.
fake.
Yeah.
Shut up.
He went there and he's like, we're not winning. Let me go home.
Yo. You know someone else that had a fake injury, but I can't say the details of the fakeness. Like we know what the details are. But Partey injury, I believe, was fake. But I'm not gonna say. I'm not gonna say
He
that.
was,
You guys
he
gonna
was
say?
in court. He was in court paying his lawyer.
No, it wasn't. No, he was just.
And
He
he
was
had a
drinking.
baby.
He was drinking grape juice.
Wait, what?
He was drinking grape juice. That's what happened, bro.
No, what do you mean?
Yeah, no, we'll talk about that off screen.
No.
We'll talk about off screen.
Wait a minute. Who's our coach?
Costa Kaglu.
Take this guy off, man.
Oh, we actually
Ainge
took my vote.
Costa Kaglu,
We actually
mate.
took my
You
vote.
said, bro, you voted for Ainge.
I did that because I didn't know Daniel would vote for him too, bro.
You voted too? Seriously?
Yeah.
Dude, I didn't know because I joined late, right? I joined late, so I didn't know.
You can't. That's why you don't troll. He's locked.
No,
in.
I was
No,
being
because I
was
told
being
you I
serious.
didn't know who to pick. I was like, let me
was you
pick
trolling?
a manager no one else is gonna pick.
Were you trolling? I was being so
wasn't
for real when I
trolling.
said that though.
I wasn't trolling, but I was giving him.
I honestly think Ainge Costa Kaglu is overrated.
I don't.
But that's
He's
just
I don't.
me.
I
he's
don't.
really good.
What he's
I
done
think-
with the
I
Spurs
think-
this year,
We'll see after next season.
even
I
though
think-
three of their points are
Yo,
fraudulent.
you're saying that because you think Chelsea's gonna do something next year, bro.
Me?
Nah,
Me?
Or
Joe.
Joe?
Yes.
Yo, he
Yes.
said we'll see
Yeah,
after
y'all
next
ain't doing
You
nothing
said
next year.
Pochettino? There's no
If
way
y'all
you
still
said
kind of
I know.
There's no way you
No,
Yo, why did you say it like that?
I'm not deluded. That man is on the first flight back.
Okay, I was like, there's no way you said Pochettino.
Are y'all still going to be in the
Pochettino is
league?
like he's certified. He's certified.
Are y'all still going to be in the league? I heard you guys got some money problems.
We good.
Yeah,
We good.
because you have too much orphanages running.
See, the thing is, we have those orphanages, but we just have to slide a couple, little
But
things.
how
here
does
and
it work? How does it work? Does like do you guys talk to the children and give them candy, and that's how you sign them?
there. We're just doing the Real Madrid thing. We're kind of a little bit
Real
behind.
Madrid don't do
Real
what you
Madrid,
guys
they're
do.
certified.
They
They
said
don't do what you do.
we're still
No, they
learning.
don't-
We're
Because
new.
they had Tony Kroos, they had Mudryk, and they had Casemiro when they bought their replacements. They were still there.
Yeah.
That's what City does, because Phil Foden has been from time to replace KDB.
I don't want to talk about Phil Foden, bro. Let's talk about the next.
We're going to be talking about Phil Foden real soon.
We're gonna be
'cause
talking
we're
about
doing
it
left
very
wing.
soon, man.
I
We're
thought
doing
Phil
left
Foden was a
wing.
midfielder.
We're doing left wing. I said from day, there's some positions that are dead that you can just put players there. For me,
Son,
the left
Heung-min
wing
Son.
is dead. There's
That's
only
Heung-min
3
Son.
players I believe that could go there. Ollie Watkins, even though he's a striker, I could put him there. Saka plays on the right, but I
No,
would put him there.
Bro, no.
Left, and the last player,
Palmer left.
Cole Palmer. I'm
yeah.
not
We know who it is.
Cole
Von
Palmer.
Foden, Cole Palmer.
Cole
Yeah.
Palmer.
Honestly, I think left wing is dead.
It's Cole.
I wouldn't put Son there. I don't think Son's done enough for me. I think
Heung-min
between
Son?
those 3 players, I'm voting Saka.
what are you talking about? It's
What do
cool.
you mean?
This guy's just waffling, man, bro. What?
That's what I'm saying. How are you gonna put Saka on this team?
Saka has no place on the team of the year. No disrespect.
Wait, what about
What do you mean?
Alexander Isaac?
He hasn't played enough games. He's-
Yeah, no, he hasn't. He
I
hasn't.
still put Heung-min Son, bro. Son
Oh,
Heung-min.
Son, it's
That's
between
re-
Son.
What about Jared Bowen?
that's your vote.
What about Jared Bowen?
no.
No, both
Or Dominic
both been
Solanke.
playing striker, but that's a shout. Who's your
But
vote?
if
Who's
you
your
can't
vote?
put Ollie Watkins left wing then.
I'm
can't-
saying Palmer.
I just said who's your vote. You can put him there if you want to. Left wing's dead, bro.
Let Daniel. I want to hear Daniel's vote first.
Cole Palmer. Like there's no real debate about
He
this.
doesn't play left wing though.
He does
He does.
What was he playing today?
left because him and Mudryk were interchanging, but he's mostly on the left, cutting in on the right.
bro. That doesn't look like a winger to me, man.
Yo,
What, you
wait,
think he's
wait.
like a striker?
Can I ask you guys a question? And this is not me being disrespectful. Joe, you were here when we'll talk about young player of the year. You get me,
Yes.
right? What is Cole Palmer better apart from dribbling and skill moves? What is he better at Saka at?
Better than Saka.
Mm.
That's a good question.
Apart from dribbling and skill moves, I will give it. Let's be honest, dribbling.
Goals
I
scored.
actually think
I
that
think he scored more goals than Saka. His goal scored.
no. Wait, let me land. I actually think that Saka is a more powerful runner than Cole Palmer. Like in terms of dribbling, he's more powerful. But Cole Palmer just looks better dribbling, which is just an aesthetics thing. So apart from dribbling, what's Cole Palmer better at Saka at? Shooting?
Shooting, scoring goals. When has Saka
He's
been-
only scored 8 open play goals, so you can't say finishing. Finishing is like
Still,
accumulate like
pen-
like all of your scoring abilities finishing.
But like, still, you can take a pen. It's still a impression. Not a lot of
Saka
people
can take a pen.
Saka actually can take pens.
He can take a pen.
We-
But still, he still missed. We all know everyone still misses, but when
Saka actually can take pens.
Right? What is he better than Saka at? Like that's what I'm asking. That's why I'm asking because I'm not disrespecting Cole
No, I
Palmer.
know.
In an
But
aerial,
apart from like when you watch the game and he does like a nice skill move, right? Like like you know when we play FIFA, right?
yes,
When you play FIFA,
Yeah.
right, you exploit all of the
Yes.
tricks in the game to
Yes.
score goals because you know that looking good doesn't help you win the game.
No.
That's
He's-
like when you're a winger,
Yeah.
you're there to give results and like you know your results. The midfielders can do all that like jiggy jagger, it's fine. But when you're up there, that's why I'm saying like this season, I can't lie. Like Cole Palmer's done very well. He hasn't been better than Saka. If for me anyways.
Okay, I go for Phil Foden. Cole Palmer's not on this team.
all right, I can go Phil Foden then for left wing.
Right, Phil Foden. I can't. Yeah, Phil
I
Foden
can't
is.
argue that.
Yeah, Phil Foden
Saka's not
is.
making this list. I'm sorry. Saka's not making
No,
this damn list.
For me,
But
the reason
why
he
isn't
doesn't-
why isn't Saka make? They even have a left wing for Phil Foden as well. But why
the
is it
reason
like?
because Salah's been better than Saka this year.
Salah's a better right back.
Oh yeah, I actually know what.
Right
Yeah,
wing, sorry.
like if we're not shoehorning, you get me. Then Salah's been better than him, so it eliminates him. Right, I can't. Like you can't deny the king. You get me. And last but not least, striker.
the robot.
Song.
For me, it's
The
Ollie
robot.
Watkins. I can't lie. I love Haaland. He does a lot. He scores a lot of goals.
Let's
Have
not
you
talk about
seen?
Haaland.
Have
He's
you
lucky.
seen what Ollie Watkins does in that Villa team? And he doesn't look good. This is what I'm talking about. Like when it comes to people when they watch football, Ollie Watkins is not techie. He doesn't look good. But there's more to football than like skill moves and having a good first touch. This guy wheels the ball into the back of the net every single time. And as a striker, that is your job. I don't care. Like real talk, I'd even like this sounds dumb. I'd even 100 like I'd even say that what's his name? Dominic Solanke. I would even put Solanke inside this conversation, but like Ollie Watkins gets my vote.
I was about to say Dominic Solanke. If we're doing that, then yeah, that would be
Solanke.
Yeah.
Hey, Solanke. There's Nigerians here. Oh.
But yeah, it would be. Yeah, I
Colin?
can't- It's Holland. Yeah, it's Holland. It's Holland for me.
Wait, Colin, you said Colin said Haaland?
We cannot.
Can't be
talk about
Haaland.
Haaland. It cannot. If you honestly, I would put Darwin Núñez ahead of Haaland. Because
He is ahead of
my
Haaland.
thing is
Núñez is
with Darwin, you know he's gonna show up, yeah, and you know he's gonna miss every opportunity. But guess what? He's shown up. He's shown up in the game. With Haaland, he just gets pocketed. So we cannot talk about. I don't want Haaland. No, I'm sorry.
He did get-
I'd rather put Cole
He was
Palmer there
striker.
than Haaland.
He's the only striker.
We
that
can do that, you know. I'm joking.
No, we're not doing.
I'm
that.
joking.
No,
Yeah.
we can't make it.
So we got
I mean,
how much Haaland's? Daniel, did you say Haaland as well?
No.
Absolutely not.
Who are you voting for?
If I'm being serious, team of the year. What's Luton striker's name again? Adebayo?
Oh,
Oh, bro, come on, man. Like, wait, can we move Salah to striker and put Saka on the right?
Bro, stop trying to force Saka on this team, man. It's not happening.
That's not happening.
It's not
I think-
happening.
What
Cole
about
Palmer
Heung-min
will be happy on that team before Saka.
guys? What about Heung-min Song?
I said Song like initially for striker, but nobody heard me.
Oh, you did?
I did. Nobody heard me.
That guy's
Human son of
disgusting,
man.
But then I'm also like leaning towards what's it called? It's not Luton. Who is? No, it is. I'm pretty sure it's Luton striker because that boy scores goals on the low.
No, we're not putting no. I think he scored 9 goals. You can't like 9 compared.
But it's Luton. It's Luton Town.
Yeah, but then if you're talking about Luton striker, that means Haaland gets a shout, and like
We're not
'cause he
giving
gets.
KKK. Then we'll just give
Yeah,
it
you
to
get what I'm trying to say.
we'll just give it to Song
I-
then.
Actually, I'm gonna give it to Oli then, because looking at Villa's position in the league, and he's been balling. I don't know where he was last match, but he's been balling.
He's injured.
Oh,
Yeah, he's injured. The goal tally is ridiculous, but his assist tally is good
Yeah.
too. Yeah,
Yeah.
So, Joe,
I love Song though.
My mind, I'm showing it's Dominic for me. I think I'm gonna have to show for the Spurs. I'll
So,
give it a shot. I'll give it Dominic.
So
Daniel-
this is a 1-1-1-1.
Yeah.
Daniel, wait, Daniel, who did you vote against?
I
Son?
voted Song, yeah.
Colin, you did Son?
No, I said Oli has to.
Oh yeah,
I don't know.
Ollie's in.
This is tough because Oli is 16 goals, and he's actually a striker, and Solanke is 16 as well.
And Solanke is a striker too. Like
And Human Song's at 15, man. I don't know, man.
Yeah, I'll be honest, it's tough, you know.
I love
It's
Son.
like- You know the thing is, I think Haaland's made it tough
No, yeah.
because of his performances, not lately, but like a lot. Like he got injured for a long period of time. I think he was okay in the beginning of the season in terms of his standard, and then the way he's dropped, like kind of dropped off, he's made it hard because he should have just been in there like Salah. Yeah,
But I think
Watkins
that even if Haaland is playing, he's still number 1 goal scorer on this list though with 18.
That is true.
Yeah,
He's
so-
done the striker's job the most.
So he's
out of
done the
everyone.
job, but the thing is like if we're talking about the best player, like in terms of striking, you can't watch Son, where Son is running everywhere on the pitch and then linked up everywhere. Then you see Haaland, who literally just stands in the middle of the pitch.
But that's not his fault. That like I'm like, you know how like these guys are going at him for not linking up. I'm telling you right now, Pep has told him to do what he's doing.
That's fine.
Okay.
That's facts.
Yeah, that's the problem. And if you defy Pep, then you know what happens. You get
Yeah.
sold.
Because we saw what Haaland was doing in Borussia. Let's be for real.
Oh yeah, that was
There's only
That's-
one there's only one striker in history that Pep Guardiola wanted out and he didn't come out, and that's Samuel Eto'o because the players begged him to put him in. So let's go Haaland.
yeah.
No,
Yeah.
no.
But I mean, if we're
No.
talking like season wise, Nunez is having a better season than Haaland.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
He is.
No, he's not.
Yeah.
Goal,
Doesn't he have 9
assist, contributions. Yes, he is.
The funny thing is with Nunez, they're letting him basically come up to the midfield and connect. Like that's. it
But you
worked
can't
better.
you can't remove my eyes. Darwin Núñez cannot connect and strike a ball clean like Haaland does. He cannot do that.
But Haaland can't
He's
score bangers like Nunez.
He does. He
He
can
doesn't.
score bangers, and he does score bangers.
When?
It's just
When?
a lot of the opportunities he gets are tap-ins.
Okay.
Yeah.
Haaland is not on his team because he doesn't get unanimous vote.
Okay, then it's Watkins.
Oh, yeah.
It's Son.
Oh, okay, Son. Is Son?
No, it's
All
not.
in favor of Son, hand up.
Yo, Joe, put your hand up. Man.
Yo, Joe wants to
This
like
guy wants
Joe wants
Joe-
Dominic.
Kyle
Joe
Palmer on
wants
the
to-
team.
Joe
Joe
wants
wants
to
to
like,
put Cole
Palmer
Palmer
on
on
the
this list,
team.
man.
I want Ollie Watkins before I do that.
You want Oli Watkins before Song?
Yeah.
So it's 2. Oh my god.
It's 2-2 then.
I'm okay with Oli.
Yeah, let's do Ollie,
Let's
man.
do Ollie, man.
Let's give him his
Shout out
flowers.
Villa.
Let's
Shout
give him
out
his. No one else is gonna have him on their list. Let's give him his flowers, man.
Let's give Ollie.
He's got a nice smile too. Watch, you're gonna see it. Wait,
Watkins.
What is that, man?
Nakwame.
look at his smile, man. Look at he's so
Ah.
happy to be on this team.
Shout out Villa,
Look
man.
at him,
Shout
Yo.
out 91 pace. Damn.
Yeah,
bro. I haven't played this game in minutes, bro. Like
Yo, you gotta play
since
League of Legends?
yeah, since my daughter's been born, I can't play this game. The level of aggression, I can't show that to her. You get me?
Facts,
She
facts.
still thinks I'm a sweetheart.
Yeah.
Yo,
She hasn't
but, like,
seen the pitch yet.
everyone, this is our team of the season.
What about
This
our
is
bench?
This is our young player of the year.
I don't think I voted on that, but you know, like, hey, we'll move.
Who do you have as young player of the year though?
But I was outvoted on that one.
You like, I don't remember voting on this at all. I'm pretty sure it was just the Walkers, respectfully.
No,
But,
no.
If you're
No, it was
gonna
there
vote
too.
Cole Palmer, I'll go.
Yeah, because I think Joe thought that Cole Palmer was gonna get in this team.
Colt Palmer's not getting on this team. if he didn't make it for left, he's not getting on
Oh
this team.
snap! Wait. Forget about your player. It's 3 minutes. Player of the season.
Oh,
I haven't even thought about this. I'm gonna lie to you.
It might be.
I want to tell you guys something. Yeah, you know that they're doing the votes for this kind of stuff. They're doing it right now because they know, like, they always do it around this time of year because they know that, like, obviously whoever wins, the league is gonna, have, what's that thing called? It's gonna have a bias,
Recency bias.
right? And obviously these are individual awards. But like,
yeah, Jesus.
for me, yeah. Yo, I'm gonna let y'all go first, man. Cause I always try, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to give too much away. Joe, you go first.
Player of the year. It's either Phil Foden or Salah for me. It's one of the two. I can't go between the two.
Yeah.
I might just lean towards Phil Foden on this one.
I respect that. I
can
actually
understand
don't.
that.
I'm not like most Arsenal fans that you see on Twitter and stuff. I don't like comparing Phil Foden to anybody. I don't like comparing Saka to anybody. My player plays on my team. I only care about players that play on my team. If I want to be objective and compare them and say who's better, I can do it. But for me personally, at this point in time, unfortunately, recency bias is going to come into this, and so he's not in there. But I actually think that for me, player of the season is Declan Rice, because you can't his defensive contributions as well as his offensive contributions and his leadership and what he's done to transform that Arsenal defense is ridiculous. And the fact that he's like, no one knew he could take set pieces. That's for one. But he scored, I think, 2 last-minute goals. Chelsea game, he willed that draw into existence. I can name you moments a defensive midfielder has impacted on the offensive end. I can give you highlights, slide tackles. He invented tackles. His tackles are skill moves. Did you see the way he did to Bernardo Silva? His tackles are skill moves. Like, I can't not give it to him when he has the GA to back it. He has the performances. But what I would do and what I will say is that for me is really tight between him and McAllister for me.
Thank you.
Realistically, if we're gonna see it, the last midfielder, like defensive midfielder to win Player of the Year was what? N'Golo Conte. They haven't given anyone like that, hot minutes. So Rice, as much as he's played amazing this year, I don't know if he'll get it. That's the thing.
This is our player. This is
Okay.
This is our team. You know what I'm trying to say? We don't have the goals bias. We don't have the offensive player bias. We Daniel.
See, I'm like on the opposite side of you. You said Rice. I'm saying McAllister, midfield boys, just because Rice, like, in my opinion, I would have chosen Rice, but Rice has 5 more games in the Prem played than McAllister. and only has one more goal than him and same assists. So it's like, if you would have given McAllister those other 5 games, I feel McAllister would have blown it out of proportion, respectfully. And the way he commands the midfield, let's be honest. We would have, like, if he was not signed this year, we would not be in the title race this year. We would have been battling for top 4 again. That's it. We can all agree on that. We can all agree on that.
We can agree on that.
Yeah.
King Colin Walker, master of the darkness. Like, bro, turn your light on, man.
Oh, my light is on.
Can we agree on that? Like, without McAllister, Liverpool's not in the Premier League race. It would have been Arsenal versus City.
100%. Watching him today, like that's what we were talking about KDB. McAllister 1 minute is linking up in the final third. The next minute, he's making a defensive tackle inside his own box.
Mm-hmm. Offense and defense, he's moving around the pitch like crazy.
Yeah.
Let's be real. That goal he scored. If Garnacho didn't do what he did, that could be candidate of goal of the year. The way that was hit so clean, no goalkeeper is saving that
ever. He almost did it again today.
Bring Petr Cech back, right? Bring Yashin, bring Neuer in his prime. Bro, no one's saving that.
Van der Sar.
You know, yeah. Colin, who you got? Did you say Van der Sar?
Yeah. Honestly, man, I'm just for honored mention. I'm just gonna say Rodri because I feel like if we're gonna be honest, I feel like this year, I think why we've all enjoyed the Prem is because I think it's been a real midfield battle this year. And it's different. Usually, like you're talking about strikers, but we're talking about midfielders and like wingers. Like you're talking about Cole Palmer, Saka, Salah, Maki, Rodri, Rice, and honestly, Rodri has, because that's how football used to be. When you're talking about your Vieiras, your Neves, your Zidanes, right? And so I have to say Rodri just because no one else said him.
I can understand that. I mean, but like, this is how this guy did manager just the year as well. But you know,
so you deliberately picked it so that we have to fight again.
Basically, he wants to know.
No. What I did is just like, because you guys all like gave it to the right people too. So it's like we put in our midfield Maki, Declan, and Rodri. So.
That's true.
You brought all 3 of our midfielders. That's true.
But to be honest, that does make sense. Even Foden got a shout too. So Foden, Rice, Rodri, McAllister, they all got a shout.
That's what I'm saying. Like the Player of the Year one
it's tough, huh?
It's too hard because if you give it to Foden, are you saying that Rodri wasn't as or more important? If you give it to Virgil van Dijk, are you saying McAllister wasn't as or more important?
I changed my vote.
You thinking of VVD?
Yeah, I think VVD.
No.
I think VVD. Colin, I'm being serious. I think VVD has. I'm changing my vote.
The season he's having, I can understand where you're coming from. Exactly. Like I'm almost leaning towards it as well myself now.
What you, bruv? No, because if you lot say Van Dijk, I'm gonna give it to that English guy on the left wing because
Destiny.
No, because McAllister has been way more consistent than VVD. Don't forget the beginning of the season when everyone was making fun of VVD and his matrix defender with his backward skating stuff and backward step over.
Body spray.
So even though he's turned the season around, I can't have that, man.
Hence why I said I haven't changed my vote. I said almost. I'm almost leaning towards it. I haven't changed my vote. It's still McAllister.
Okay. Yeah. We have to pick someone, so I'm gonna go Mac 10.
Yeah, I'm stuck on Alexis.
World Cup winner. She ends on Mac 10, yeah. We can now see who was the person, making the other person look good.
No, no, but
Yeah.
let's be real. Enzo is good, man.
Enzo's good.
Enzo's
No,
good.
he's not.
Bruh.
We can do this.
We have
we
a
can
coach
do
with
this
no
ag-
system. We're
We
playing
can do
with
this
no-
off camera.
We can do this again another time, but he's not good.
The-
Like, I don't know, let me tell you something. Yeah, the way that I rate players is like I look at all of the attributes together, and then I'm like, okay, yeah, he's got this, he's got that, he's got this, he's got that. And then if one, like for example, Declan Rice's defensive game is just world class. He's not world class yet. His defensive game is world class, right? Which I think that should like it makes up for his offensive game. Enzo, in my opinion, has one trait, and that's looking good passing, not making good passes.
Yeah,
Looking good passes.
No.
Just looking good
Winning
doing
goal
it.
that happened today.
Do
does
you
not
see what
happen-
he did today?
The winning goal that we won on does not happen without Enzo tracking back, playing in, getting that tackle in, and setting up the break, and then taking that corner quickly. That is all Enzo. You cannot deny that man is.
But he doesn't even know how to make supportive runs for Caicedo
have no
or give
system.
Caicedo any
We
support.
have no system. We're literally playing with Poach.
Do you want me to tell you something? You know Fergie, yeah? You know Fergie didn't do all of this. Oh, you do this and make sure you do that, this and this and that, and make sure Wenger didn't do that as well. These players need to think for themselves. If Poch is not smart and doesn't create a system, like by default, you should have some coaching in you that tells you to do stuff.
Yeah,
There's
guys.
good players there. It's just we lack confidence. We have a horrible coach. It's just how it is right now.
Poch is not horrible.
I guess so. That's a discussion for another day.
Have some respect, mate.
For who?
Talking to Joe, have some respect.
Have some respect for Poach. For Poach.
Yeah, that guy.
Yo.
Mr. Spurs, Mr. No Trophy DNA. Couldn't win anything with Messi.
Wait. Anglo Costa. Well, don't do that. He's a new coach, okay? He's
So
I'm not
this
talking
is
about-
our team of the season.
No, I'm not talking. I'm talking about Poach, the man that couldn't win with
okay, yeah,
Messi, Mbappe, and Neymar.
So that is our team of the season. Thank you guys so much for listening. I
Wait,
know it is a long one.
who was our player of the year?
It's
McAllister.
McAllister? Okay.
Yeah,
Thank you.
McAllister. I
And
know this
who's
is a
our-
long one. If y'all disagree with anything that we said in the comment section, please. If you made it through, press a like. If you didn't like it, do the down farms, you get me. So I know what I need to improve on, you get me. We growing. YEG Gooner out.
You already know what it is.
Thank you guys so much, my loyal panelists. These guys ain't getting paid nothing, you get me. Just love and respect.
Yeah, I'm hungry though.
I am